his armpit, he can still squeeze. Maybe you don't tap, or maybe you tap, because if the person is stronger than you, he can easily make you tap from this position. But imagine if he starts squeezing me over here, and I need to let him go because I felt trap after I pass his guard and after I start to squeeze his neck. It would be like just a bad day, you know, at least for me. That's how I feel. So if I get to this position, I have the north-south choke. I have to tuck my chin and hide from his hand. If his hand's coming from the right, I just tuck my chin towards my left. If his hand comes from the left, he start over here. Just tuck my chin towards the other side. And only that turning will prevent you to lose the position. Will prevent you to just like the other person don't push away. So remember, you did everything right. You happy because you know you're about to squeeze his neck and win the fight, for example. But your head has to be high, your chin has to be tucked, and you have to hide your hand. If the person start putting the hand over here, look the other way. If you feel his hand start going towards the other side, look for the other way. And it's not a big mystery. It's just like as soon as his hand comes one side, look towards the other side. Even if you keep digging to get the hand over there, that time is going to be critical against your opponent, because okay, he's digging, but he's going to be tapping soon if you just keep that. So it's kind of like how I work. He can keep fighting to find your neck. He can keep fighting like to even push your chin back. I have people like post both hands over here, but if you get over that quick and they start looking for this, I believe most of the time you're going to make him tap before he takes you off of the position. But you have to prevent this from the beginning. Once his hands like start getting like on your way, just move away and take your chin. And the good thing is like if I have to explain this, guys, in class, in my gym, one move after the other, people's gonna be so tired they're gonna lose their warm up. But over here, I have a chance to be able to go over all those little details, and I hope you guys take into consideration, because every little thing like this count. And I hope you don't have to think about those little things, because more you practice, more you do, you start getting that muscle memory that you do without just kind of have to think about, because you're just able to do this move so many times in class that your body just be able to react and based on that. But obviously it's always good to practice those reactions, you know what I mean? Just think about to add all those details together once you have the squeeze. We want to clean up the person's hands down, this much. But what happens if you're able to get the person's hands even low? Because people tend to get their arms pummeling underneath to try to get out of the position. Like if I have a north-south position over here, sometimes the person get over here and then they just bump, and they get out. Sometimes they just get out and go to a single leg. Sometimes they recover with their legs over, and they start recovering. So people's hands go under there. You can push their hands over there, or maybe they put their hands over there. But once you realize their hand is not defending his neck, you have a big advantage over there. So I have the side control on him. I got over here. Keep your arms stuck in, Mateus. I start getting over here to put the hand. I was able to pull his arm down and drive his hands down. And when I say drive his hands down, like I'm gonna keep all the pressure on his chest so his hand doesn't come back. And I'm gonna start to push his forearm, his wrist, his elbow. Once I push his elbow down, I'll most likely keep his hands down too. So if he has everything tucked in, I go to north south, and instead of just go the choke, I don't want to go the choke and don't have his arm isolated. If I go the choke now and then he catch my neck before I have everything, I'm gonna waste everything. So I'm gonna work really hard to keep his hands down. I'm almost gonna make him think about like why he's just working my hands. I want to get my hands out, and that'll be the best time to get to the choke. I have to have his hands down. I have to keep his hands down. So I can be coming from one side, work over there, go over here, hands down. That same driving that I drove to drop this hand, I'm gonna go to north-south. He has his hand tucked in. I'm gonna keep driving to get his arms down. I don't know if everybody knows, but I have both arms over. I don't have underneath. If I have my arms underneath, I have no choke. I have no arm to choke him. His neck is not exposed. So I'm looking for to get my both arms in. If you think about like, oh, but I'm not that strong, the person maybe is bigger than me. Guys, I'm driving all my weight against his hands. I'm driving all my weight against his arm. When I say drive, like I don't know if you guys ever saw people pushing a car. They drop the level, they ground their feet on the floor, and they use most like his body weight, you know. So that's what I'm doing over here. See, his hand is down over here. I'm just keep driving. Elbows tight. I don't know if you guys noticed, once I put weight towards his belly button, his head starts to come up. This is like a perfect time to just go back and land straight on the choke. But that work only happens if I'm able to get his hands down. That position only happens if I put a lot of work to get his hands down over here. And I start pushing this, his neck starts getting exposed. I cannot warn him I'm going to the neck. I'm just make sure his arm stay down. He keep putting down, I'm just pushing his arm down. Once I realize his hand is down, that'll be a good time to do the choke. So I have the side control. Maybe I already like it went to north-south position. If I have both over, I cannot stay here. I gotta keep driving, do the choke. If it happens on that driving, he put one hand over inside. I'm still can do the same choke. Doesn't matter. So I was driving everything. I'm pulling, I'm driving, I'm pulling, and then his hand comes out. His neck is still exposed. I'm okay. I'm still can go there. His hand is still kind of like on the way, but I'm still have his neck wrap around with my hand, and I can go easy. Take my hand out of there. So I don't need to only have the side control. I can go a little bit more like to the north-south and start to push. I can do the position with both arms over or one arm in. But you remember, if you have one arm in, you only can choke with the arm that is out. So you better make sure, like if you like me, who just squeeze with my right arm has to be out. Has to be like easy so I can attack his neck with that. One more time. Let's switch side until. So I have this, I'm driving, get in this position, driving, making tired, and then go back over there and find his neck open. Like I said, both hands over. If I end up have one arm in and the other arm out, I'm still can do the choke with the arm out. So I'm okay. And this arm, I can just pull back because not always you care about holding this arm. So if you don't care about holding this arm, you just pull this arm and just maintain the choke. And those are the possibilities that you have when you have the north-south and side control, and you can easily go from the side control to north-south to the other side and just keep driving. And if I want you guys to remember something about this, work hard to keep the other person's hands down. If his hand keep pulling, push his hand down. If he keep pulling, keep pushing, push the hand down. Because as long as his hands stay down, his neck is exposed. And if I just push the hand down, I don't want to go on the neck. Because I want to make sure his neck stay tight over there. When I say tight, like, I know he wants to stay this and his hands down. So once he starts to rest his head a little bit back, that'll be the right time to just wrap my arm around his neck and just fall